Welcome back to RBD Block Challenge. We are working on block number 12. This is designed by Melanie Collette and it's called Argyle Square. It's really easy to do and I just love how quickly it comes together. So you're going to enjoy this block. And the first thing you're going to do again is download your pattern on the Riley Blake Designs website and then pre-cut and label all of your squares and pieces, and we're gonna get started. The first thing you're going to do is make your hourglass blocks. And to do that, you're gonna grab your A, B, C, and D blocks. Now on your C, there's 2 of them. So I'm gonna take off my stickers and the C, the same color. So you're gonna pair it with the dark blue and then your denim. So I'm gonna take one of them, which is the lighter denim on this one. Let me clean up my workspace a little bit and mark this corner to corner. And this is going to be your guide, not your sew line. Oh, that just broke. So mark that one. Then I'm going to put it. You would mark it on your wrong side because you put them right sides together. And then you're going to grab your other large square, that medium blue. Again, you would be putting right sides together. Now I'm going to give them a quick press and then take into the sewing machine. And this is again going to be your guide. You're going to sew a 1/4 inch on each side of these squares. Okay, let's clip the threads in between. That's going to be our cutting line now. Our marked line. Put that to the side. Let's give them a quick press. Okay, so I'm going to press both of these half square triangles to this blue side, the medium blue, not necessarily to the darkest blue. So press all of your squares. Now you can open up your seams. That's perfectly fine to do. But I tend to never open up my seams because the strength is in your fabric, not in your threads. And so you can open up your seams, but I am not going to open up my seams. So now we're going to make our hourglass blocks, and this medium blue needs to be on opposite sides. So you're going to open it up and you're going to see your hourglass. Your hourglass actually is the medium blue, and these are just different colors. So that's your hourglass block with different colors on the side. So you're going to pin that. It's going to click into place if you're not opening up your seams. It's going to click into place because your seams are going opposite. So that one's done. And again, you have an extra 2 half square triangles, and we don't need them for the hourglass blocks because this is going to make 2 hourglass blocks. So I'm going to put them down to the side, and we are just going to make 2 at the same time. So once those are pinned in place, you're going to mark corner to corner, and that is going to be your guide. You're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each side of your marked line. All right, that is sewn. Now that marked line can be our cut line. Now let's take it over to our pressing station, open it up, make sure those points line up. Our little hourglass. Again, you can choose to open up your seams like that and press. But I am just flipping my seams to the side. To one side, rather. Okay, now let's do a square up. Get your square up trim it ruler, and you can just see how our hourglass is lined up here with the lines here, and we're going to trim around this block so it's squared up at 5.5 inches. Okay, there's one block done. Let's grab the second. Okay, your hourglass blocks are finished, and they're ready to be assembled in the bigger block. So the next thing, we just put them aside. The next thing we're going to work on, again, this is so fun and easy that it comes together just really quick. We're going to take our 2 strips of fabric, E and B, put them right sides together. I give them a quick press for a temporary adhesive. And we're going to strip piece, just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, take it over to your pressing station. I press to the dark side. Okay, bring it over here, and we are going to cut 1 3/4 segments. Now this should measure 3 inches. So that should be 3 inches across. And now we're going to cut 1 3/4 segments. I'm going to just trim off this side. One 3/4. That is the extra. Okay, now we're going to make little 4 patches, so put them opposite. Get over there. You can either pin it or press it. I'm going to give it a quick press. Nest those seams. take the machine and all right, open them up. Cute little 4 patches. Now we're ready to assemble our block. Okay, so the way the diagram is, it shows the hourglass kind of going sideways. So we're gonna just follow that. Put those in the corner. Now we take our F and our G. And it makes kind of this interesting looking chain with the dark squares in the center. So you want to make sure your 4 patches are going the right direction, not that way, this way. And then we have our other squares that are going in the opposite corners. So what we need to do now is this is kind of another just large 4 patch. So we're going to put this together and can pin that. All right, let's take the machine and sew. Okay, I just cut in between the 2 groups, but I don't cut through the first 2 and the last 2. Just kind of open it up like that and then flip it over. It's still attached with a thread. And then I am going to do, I'm going to press to the dark side on both of these, and I'm just going to finger press. And that, you can nest those seams. They nest beautifully. Again, we're going to the dark side. Let's take the machine and sew. Okay, let's give a little clip, and we're going to give them a quick press. All right, we have adjusted our hourglass blocks, and now we just need to make sure these colors are going the right direction because we want a nice chain going that direction. Now we just have the 4 patch to finish up with these 2 blocks. So we just flip them over like that. I'm going to pin them on the top where we sew. Okay. Okay, let's bring it back. There we go. Let's see, they're already trying to flip opposite anyway. So we're gonna nest that final seam. Pin on the outside. Okay, let's do our last seam. All right, let's take a look, see how that lines up. All the points line up in the center. Let's take it to our pressing station. Look how nice that's come together. The last thing we need to do is square up our block. So line everything up. There's just a lot of threads. I don't think anything else really needs to get squared up. And your Argyle Square Block is finished. We're really grateful to Melanie Collette for this fun and easy block. Join us next time for block number 13.